Top 15 cartoons from the 90s to binge-watch.
A childhood without cartoons is like, well, a relatively boring one. We all have had that phase where most of our time was spent watching cartoons or waiting for them to air.
1. Tom and Jerry. This cartoon was all about a series of fights and chaos between two rivals, Tom the cat and Jerry the mouse, and the mayhem that ensues. 2. Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. This series followed Mickey and Minnie Mouse, Donald Duck, Daisy, Goofy, and Pluto as they took on many adventures with the help of the tools. 3. Baby Looney Tunes. The show follows the younger baby version of Bugs Bunny and his roommate Daffy living with their other friends like Lola Bunny, Tina Russo, Porky Pig, Foghorn Leghorn, Elmer Fudd, Sylvester, Tweety, Granny, Gossamer, Yosemite Sam, Speedy Gonzales, Marvin the Martian, Pete Puma, and more. 4. SpongeBob SquarePants. This show lives on even to this day in the form of countless memes, GIFs, and references. I mean, a talking sea sponge who works at a fast food restaurant? We ate this up as if it were Krabby Patties. 5. Courage the Cowardly Dog. This was every kid's first brush with horror and supernatural incidents. It followed Courage, a pink-colored anthropomorphic dog who lived with an elderly couple. 6. The Powerpuff Girls. I think our generation got its first taste of feminism via this amazing series. Blossom, Buttercup, and Bubbles were so badass as little girls, fighting Mojo Jojo and saving the city. 7. Johnny Bravo. This show was packed with adult humor as it followed this muscular young man as he tried, and often failed, to get girls to date him. 8. ScoobyDoo. ScoobyDoo was every kid's go-to show. The mystery van, the gang of friends, the solving of murder crimes, everything about this show was so fascinating to us kids. 9. Popeye the Sailor Man. Everyone loves this sailor who eats spinach and instantly becomes stronger. He was initially introduced in a comic strip, which was then introduced as a cartoon series. 10. Pokémon. This series starts after Ash turns 10 and begins his journey as a Pokémon trainer with the dream of becoming a Pokémon master. But being overslept, he rushes to Professor Oak to realize that the only Pokémon left for him to have is a Pikachu. 11. Beyblade. This series actually started because the manufacturers of the Beyblade toys wanted to improve sales. This hit series still airs, and everyone has played their own version in a makeshift stadium, using a kitchen utensil. 12. Dragon Ball Z. This series starts 5 years after the end of the Dragon Ball anime. With the arrival of a humanoid, Raditz, and the chaos that follows, we loved watching this show for the graphics. 13. Mr. Bean. I think our generation got our humor because of the funny antics of this grown man, Mr. Bean, who failed to complete the simplest tasks at the first go, but eventually found a way to go about it. 14. Ed, and Eddie. This series was the simplest one of all. It followed 3 silly and mischievous boys goofing around their neighborhood. It also featured the wooden plank, which is undoubtedly the most famous non-living character in cartoons. 15. Dexters Laboratory. I think every kid wanted a secret basement laboratory like Dexter's. However, we could do without a sister like Dee Dee, who was a pain to deal with. Could you blame Dexter for always being annoyed with her?